All right, Libras, welcome into your August monthly reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, as usual. Or if you're a cross watcher. So I'm doing a little theme. So this is for August. And since we're still in summer here, I'm doing a ocean / kind of mermaid theme for everyone to enjoy. I got some new cards, so I'm excited. I like them a lot. But let's see here. So I have the Ocean Tarot deck, and then I also have the Ocean of Wisdom Oracle cards. Those are new. And then these ones I've had, but these are also the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Love those as well. They're beautiful. So obviously I use the cards that I resonate with and love. So to share with you all. Also, I'm adding a little new piece to the readings this month. So I got these chakra energy candles, which I'm in love with. And I'm kind of intuitively picking a candle and lighting it for you all, for the zodiac signs, to help you with some energy healing and clearing of that chakra, or just what I'm picking up that you guys need right now. And for Libras, I have the love candle, which is why am I kind of, my mind's blanking here. It's the yellow chakra. I can't think of the chakra name. It's the chakra below the navel. Okay. Sorry, you'll have to, I don't know why I'm blanking right now. So this chakra is about sensuality, emotions, and intuition. It's helping you to move towards a fulfilling emotional, sexual, and just love life. And is helping you to open up to receive and also give more, highly connected to your true self, and receive the type of love that you probably all are looking for. Okay? So that is sending that energy and love out to you all. I keep shuffling the same deck here. Okay, so Libras, what's going on with you all? If I remember right, last month we were talking about, I think it was geared towards a relationship and love, but also you being really clear on deciphering what your intuition is saying in regards to a situation, relationship. I think there was a little bit of an unhealthy dynamic going on, and potentially somebody that is really almost anxiously attached and like codependently needing somebody to love them or pick them, and needing to kind of go back to the self and help heal those wounds that are causing that, and then getting real again, trying to decipher, is this person, there was a bit of potentially back and forth control going on, if I remember right, and just trying to figure out the situation to understand, is this aligned to your higher truth? Is this person have the best intentions? So that was for last month. Just doing a recap. If you didn't see it, go take a look at the July monthly reading. So let's see what pops up this month for everyone. A big trend for August is the Ace of Swords. A lot of communication, a lot of truth needing to be spoken and expressed, really connecting back to your authentic self. It is the season of Leo. The sun is in Leo. And Leo, the themes and reflections for Leo is about the self, creativity, and I'm trying to remember the last one. fun and courage. So there's a combo here. So Leo is really about the self, is about ego in a positive way. The ego being able to identify who am I, define it, be authentically yourself, and having the courage. In the tarot deck, Leo is represented by the lion, the strength card. And then Leo's also very creative. They like to have a good time. Leos like to put themselves out there. And I think that's a key for this month is finding any like self-esteem issues, lack of self-worth, maybe lack of confidence, and being able to stand out there and be seen for who you really are. A lot of people are afraid for people to see them truly, and a lot of that can be due to some blocks around maybe you're carrying deep unconscious shame or guilt, or unworthiness, or just feeling like, why would people want to like me, or why would people really want to know me or love me? So those are some reflections to kind of sit on, think about how can you have more fun this month? How can you be more creative and express your truth? All right, let's start here. So Libra's first oracle is childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Right on. Yes, exactly that. How do you see yourself in the mirror? Like, think of seeing the yourself through a mirror of your own perspective. How do you feel about yourself? Really go deep, and don't put it, you can't lie to yourself or put an image on for yourself. Maybe you have been, but be honest. Like, maybe you don't like yourself for who you've been or where you are right now, and why. Like, what is it that you don't like? Okay, had a little break there and I'm back. So and Jupiter's here, bringing some good luck for you all in August. All right. Okay. Sunken treasure. Discover hidden riches within yourself and trust that abundance flows where intention goes. So there's definitely this theme going on about seeing really what's in yourself, like really seeing your gifts and abilities, and you have a lot to give to the world. Maybe there's been a period of time, or in general a belief, that you just don't see your worth or feel that you're worthy, or that your current state is one of value. But I definitely feel like there's something about opening this treasure chest. There's like opening up a locked door to abundance within yourself and manifesting that. So there's kind of an abundance block that maybe you've been feeling. And I think this month is really about working with that block and opening the lock to this, like learning how to unlock that door or that treasure chest and allowing the flow of abundance to come in. I'm trying to think what reading I did. I think it was the week of July 20th, that weekly reading. I would go back and watch that reading if you haven't, because I talked specifically about this, and I feel like that started a theme that's going to run through August, and it talks specifically about that like it's like we're standing at a door that's locked, or you have been for a long time, and it's almost like you're too afraid to see what's on the other side of the door. But what's on the other side is everything that you've been wanting. and you have to gain the courage and the strength to go there. Part of going there is also looking at the deepest, darkest parts of yourself and potentially looking at the trauma that you haven't wanted to look at or feel. So go back and check that reading out. Neptune's Palace, let the currents of divine guidance lead you to your true purpose. And Coral Cathedral, honor the sacredness of each moment and live fully in the present. I think that came out for as well. It was either Leo or Virgo, but so yeah, I do feel like there's this message about surrendering right now. You need to just, maybe you've been trying to push the river and really make something happen that you want, but I think you need to let go a bit. Let go of control, let go of trying to force something to happen, and just surrender. Set an intention of not, this has to, like, this specific thing has to happen. Maybe that's the energy you've been in. And more, set the intention with the universe or your divine self around, I want what's in my highest and best good to unfold. I surrender to my highest and best good, and whatever that is, let it be. And that's where you allow this space to where you only have this one focused path, and you're trying to force yourself into this path. And maybe it wasn't your highest purpose. And now you're opening up to allow the universe to do the work for you and to lead you to the best and highest path and to your true purpose. And you're now being divinely guided if you allow yourself to surrender. And on the same point, part of that is not only letting go and surrendering to the universe and allowing whatever to be, right? Instead of trying to force something. Then now what you should focus on is being fully present in the moment and enjoying the now. Whatever is happening right here, right now, live it fully, enjoy it as you have it, whatever it is. These are sacred moments, and you know, that's the key to life, is not holding on with a death grip, or like when we have good things going on in our life or are experiencing joy or happiness or love, we tend to want to, like, we have to hold on. We can't change. We can't let it fall through our fingertips. But that is the essence of life, is constant flow, change. These moments that are sacred aren't going to last. And it's not to make us sad or, you know, negative. It's just, you know, holding them with sacred hands, not a death grip, and just enjoying and honoring that moment, and knowing that the next moment could change, that maybe we're not going to experience this exact same thing. Maybe, you know, that's going to change and life is going to bring in something different, but being open to that. The only thing that is for sure in life is change. That's the only certainty, is that things are going to change. And once we can really allow ourselves to accept and flow, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have negative emotions, or that we're not going to feel sadness or grief or loss or anger. But then we can be more open to those moments where we do feel that, and have some divine acceptance. And that's where we can flow through those harder times, challenging times, with more ease and grace, and they won't last as long. If we're constantly trying to avoid those things, that's where we create resistance. Okay, I'm going to move these up a bit as we dive into the tarot. Just making sure the camera is going. I've had that before where I've like paused and started again, and then I continue on with the whole reading, and then at the end realize I didn't record any of it. So I just want to double check. Definitely happened a few times. Okay. So underneath, we have the Ace of Coral, which is the Ace of Wands. The Three of Swords. Three of Pentacles. 3, Knight of Treasure, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And the King of Swords. And look at this, 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you're gaining some new insight here around some heartache. And maybe seeing a block that was caused by some past trauma or heartache from the past. I feel like you're getting new perspective on this. That's really giving you some insight, some inspiration to some new ideas about how to move forward in a new way, but also like new ideas about how you're looking at your past pain. Again, not resisting, not pushing down, not trying to deflect or pretend this isn't here. I do feel like there's a new light being shown on this that's helping you gain some new perspective. I do also feel like you're in a period in this month there's a lot of passion. Things are inspiring to you right now. And I feel like it's inspiring you to co-create, maybe with someone in a relationship. Maybe there's the block of the heartache has been in the middle of this and blocking you from coming together in a relationship and really being able to create something strong and stable. And I feel like this is shifting and you're really trying to build something on a new stable ground and overcoming this heartache. But part of this is, I feel like there needs to be some truth. You're not going to build a stable, solid foundation in this relationship if you're not facing the difficult conversations, part of which is really looking at your true self and understanding what your past trauma is, and also understanding what are your needs and desires. Maybe in the past you tended to block out your needs and desires in lieu of just having somebody, in not wanting to be alone, or just attaching to someone that may not have been in your best and highest good, but you did it because of, again, there's some sort of attachment wounds or codependency things going on. And that's where we need to face the reality of the only way to build a solid foundation is to face my own truths, express my truths, and really understand is what we want in life, is our values, is our intentions the same here. So I think this is going to be a process. It may not be a fast process, but I feel like the saying slow and steady wins the race. I feel like all you can do is focus day by day and focus on the same goal here and have clarity around where you want to go, what your goals are, what you want. And that's this King of Swords. And this is you, Libra, because you are the air sign here. So taking the lead to kind of go in the direction you want to go. And if there's a relationship attached to this, this could also be in regards to just some sort of collaboration with, it could be colleagues, work, a business idea, collaborating on some creative project as well, which I think you're working on. And maybe it has been slow to like progress or to meet a goal, but I think I like this as far as it's maybe been slow, but you are making progress here. There is progress. So whether it's a project, work, or a relationship, you're making progress here. You just have to continue to focus on your truth, your authenticity, and what you want. But I feel like you're going in the right direction here. And you're really going towards this Ten of Pentacles, which I love. You have goals of abundance here, goals of what you want as far as a family, and what you want this to look like. And I think you just have to keep focusing on exactly what you want and not settling. All right, we have 2 flyers here. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, and then 9-9 here, 9 of Wands. So you have 3-3, and then 2 9s. So there's progress here. Queen of Swords. So you have the King and Queen of Swords here. So you could be dealing with another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. The King and Queen of Swords together is like, this is a meeting of the minds. This is like, we're getting on the same page, we're getting clarity, we're communicating, and we're aligning here. And we're making progress, because when you get on the same page, that's where things move forward faster. I'm seeing, we don't have any cups yet. So I feel like we're definitely communicating. We're on the same page from like a mental standpoint or like mindset here. But where's the emotions? I feel like, let's see what comes up. But right now we're missing the emotional standpoint, the love here. So maybe this is, for a lot of you, this could be more around a project, work related. But if this is a relationship, so far I feel like there's a little bit of, maybe you're addressing some past heartache with this person. You're trying to overcome this and work together to try and build something on a new foundation. Maybe you're starting over with this person. But maybe there's still a little bit of hesitation, just like jumping in from an emotional heart place, because you're still feeling this out. But we'll see here. The Moon. Ace of Spears, yes. There's the authenticity, there's the truth, the clarity. Knight of Cups. So there's the Knight of Cups. There's the love and romance here. So definitely there's someone offering up love here to this Queen of Swords. I still feel there's a lot that you're trying to figure out here. There's still this like uncertainty or not quite sure about where this is going or what the future is going to be here. And I think that's part of the oracle cards of surrendering, even though you don't maybe know exactly if this is going to work out or what the future holds. Just continue your focus on yourself and what you want, not settling again. So that's where things are a little in the dark. But I feel like you need to accept being still in the dark. But I think clarity is coming quickly here. You're getting clarity. And this could be where maybe it was the recent past where things were a little bit more unclear. This could also be that someone's not saying something or holding back some of their emotions, their deepest desires here. But I think either it's coming out, this is in the current kind of, so here's like past, present, future here. So clarity is coming. Someone is speaking their truth. This is also about standing up. 9 of Wands. Speaking out about that, maybe your own difficulties that you've been going through and being honest about it. It could be honest about the difficulties in the relationship or really addressing the things that cause the most challenge and kind of hurts. And that's where the Nine of Pentacles to me is, it's about you. It's about you aligning with you and your truth and your authenticity. And that's all you can really rely on here to help move you in the right direction, to help you identify if this is the right relationship for you or not. So the World, yeah, endings and new beginnings. Page of Wands here. Infusing new energy into this. And then the 10 of Cups. So there's the cups. The cups have finally appeared. So Libras, I feel like you have nothing to worry about. If some of the things I said triggered you, like when I said, well, don't settle and you don't know if this is going to work out. I feel some of you got triggered a bit because I do feel this sense of like you really want something to work out. You have this vision of how it's supposed to go, and like if this doesn't work out as you see this happening, I think there's a little bit of anxiety, fear around this, but it's the truth. But all I can say is, Libras, whatever unfolds is everything you want. Okay? Again, I can't put a definite confirmation that it's a specific person or a specific place or a certain job. But how you're gonna figure this out, look at, in the heart of your reading is the Ace of Wands. So this is about facing your truth, facing your, again, what you really want, and allowing yourself to speak, communicate, and honor what you really want is, and don't settle. Because if you don't settle, what's coming is the fulfillment, is the happiness, is the abundance. So let's just, what's the, but I think you, again, you have to be willing to change the way you do things, change your perspective, come up with new ideas on how to do things. Don't do things the same way you've always done them. You want a new beginning here. And part of the new beginning is ending the old patterns, ending the old stuck mindsets, being stuck in your own trauma and making decisions based on like anxiety, attachments, and codependencies here, or stubborn about it needs to be this way. So what's the moon about? Eight of Spears, yeah, feeling stuck. I think there's some deep fears here, or you're holding back something about things you don't want to almost acknowledge about yourself, or maybe you don't want to be honest about what's really going on in your deepest, darkest corners of you to another person. There's also this aspect of fear around feeling like your hands are tied in a certain sense, and all you can do right now is surrender it to the universe to help you find a way. So let's talk to this. So there's something around a connection here. So I'm not sure which one is you, but let's speak to the other person here that you're dealing with. Let's see what they have to say, whether it's the Queen or the King. What do you have to say? What's some more information about this connection here? Knight of Swords. Two of Pentacles. So I'm going to grab one more here. Temperance. Yeah. So someone is definitely impatient and wants things to hurry up and go fast. Someone is impatient, but there's this element of uncertainty still, or like someone's still kind of contemplating back and forth about how to move forward, or is this going to work, or what's going to happen here. someone's kind of in that energy, but there is a bit of frustration and anger about the situation not moving fast enough. Maybe that's where that stuckness is. But I guess the universe, unfortunately, you may be frustrated, is saying like, patience, grasshopper, surrender and allow things to unfold as they're supposed to. Don't try and force an outcome or force things to move faster than you want. What happens is, to those people that try and force a certain outcome or force things to happen faster because they're impatient, what happens is you end up creating a situation that's going to end with a lot of challenges and suffering, and it's going to be a road that has a lot more hurdles, a lot more potholes. It's going to be more challenging, and it's not going to be an easy road. So are you going to pick maybe what you think on the front end is faster, but in the long term is actually going to take you down the wrong path? These are the detours you try and take to make things faster, to get you where you think you want to go. And in the end, ultimately what happens is you end up in a place that you don't like, that's not working, that was never meant to work, and causing a lot of suffering to yourself and people tied to you. Or do you surrender to the divine path? Maybe initially it's not faster, but in the end, it's going to get you to where you want to be faster, if that makes sense. And that's where this temperance is. And also the divine is saying, we're helping you with this situation, but you have to let go of control. Give the control to us, and we'll make sure everything unfolds that's in your highest and best good. It'll unfold the easiest path, and it's going to be the best for everyone involved. So that's ultimately what's happening with this situation with this person. All right, Libras, a lot of information. You know what? The positive thing about August that I'm loving here is the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups is coming out a lot. So I feel like finally in August, you're finding the right path and things are starting to really work out. But we have to follow the guidance. If we follow the guidance, we're going to get to where we want to be a lot faster. Well, enjoy your month, Libras. And again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you guys are doing, how this aligns with your life. And yeah, we'll see how the month unfolds. Take care for now. I'll see you in the next reading.